Okay, this should be fun. Hey, kitty, look what's outside. They're all just wanting to eat. So we can feed them. See if we can not get them to come up here. You guys want to come up here? Oh, wow. Get him. Get that cracker. Get that cracker. What is it? What? What is this? What are these creatures of the night? Hmm? What are they? What are they? So much music in today's video, so much road video. I just decided today to mount this camera outside the truck over by the mirror and just drive down the road a little bit just to start the vlog. Hope you guys stuck with it that long. Anyway, I'm back here at Cousin Eddie. I'm gonna go ahead. I put the cat inside already. I don't plan. Hey, what are you doing? Are you in here? You okay? Hey. What? You just hang out. I'll be back. I just have to make a quick trip. And there's no reason to take my truck over. So I figure I drop the cat off here at the house. It's so weird calling that my house, but that's where I live. I live in a motorhome. But I figure I'd drop her off there, get her out of the truck for a little bit, let her stretch her legs. I got about an hour's worth of business to do. I'm gonna run over and find out what's going on with my daughter and the stupid hospital stuff. So what is going on is, I don't know if you guys care about what's going on in my life this way, but I might as well tell you. It's a little bit of content. So what's going on is, back in the day, about 2-3 years ago, my daughter got MRSA from one of our local hospitals in her lower back. The doctor was injecting her with something down by her spine, tailbone area. Forgot to wipe the skin before doing so. Injected her, and in doing that, pushed whatever was on her skin into her body, caused MRSA. Ever since then, it's just been in and out of the hospital. She's been septic, whatever that word is, quite a few times. And Now she's in a full-time wheelchair because of this. Can't walk, can't get out of bed. She has a bedpan at her house now. Can't work, can't do anything. I'm stuck covering most of the cost. It's getting expensive. She has no insurance, no nothing anymore. She doesn't work. And she's a single white female, which means she can't get Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, nothing. That the state of Florida won't give her anything. If she was married, had kids, or single and had kids, it's a little easier. But this trip here, she went into Leesburg Hospital in Leesburg, Florida. They finally did some MRIs and said, wow, yeah, you got an infection in your spine, in your pelvis, and down your leg. You need immediate spinal surgery. But we don't have a spinal surgeon here, so we're going to send you up to Gainesville, Florida, to the university. There they have a surgeon. They're going to take care of you. So they put her in an ambulance from the Leesburg Hospital, ran her up to Gainesville. Yesterday morning, she was supposed to have her surgery. The surgeon came in and told her, no, there's no infection in your bones. Nowhere. You have no infection. So they put her back in an ambulance, ran her back down here to Leesburg, and they're saying she does have an infection. So nobody knows what's going on. She can't walk. They need to get her out of the hospital, so they're probably going to be sending her home, which is stupid because she can't move. Her grandmother purchased her a wheelchair off of Amazon, and a bedpan, and that's she can't even get out of bed to use the bedpan. So I don't know. There's something definitely wrong, and I think it's because she doesn't have insurance. They're not doing anything. You know, a lot of people say there's a two-tier justice system. The rich don't get in as much trouble for the same crimes that us poor people do. I think it's also that way in the medical field. If you don't have insurance or you don't have money, you're not going to be taken care of as well as somebody that does have full coverage or is extremely wealthy. It's just life. Well, it didn't take too long to get here. Well, I will be right back with you guys in a minute. I'm going to go inside and have a chit chat with my daughter and doctors and find out what's going on. I'll let you know as I exit. Or I may shoot in the hospital room. Who knows? Plan is at the moment, tell you what's going on as I exit though. I've been known to record when I shouldn't be. Okay, so what is going on is I'm getting in an elevator and splitting this joint. They're probably going to send her home today. Contacted an attorney, and the attorney says nothing much you can do because the hospital actually caused this issue, but it's been so long that it doesn't matter. Yeah, so they're just going to probably send her home today and not do anything. They said they're not going to do no surgery here. They weren't going to do no surgery in Gainesville. And then contacted an attorney, and I thought, yeah. I mean, just the fact that one of the doctors here said there's nothing wrong with you. There's no infection. There's no nothing. And then threatened to call the police on her if she didn't leave after the ambulance brought her in. Just that enough would be a lawsuit saying you're fat, that's the issue. If you just lost some weight, you wouldn't have no problems. Never checked into the MRSA or that she was septic, whatever that word is at the time, and just threatened to call the cops on her. And then 4 days later, she's in the hospital again. This time, oh, you were right. Yeah, but the attorney said, nope, there's no lawsuit there. Needs something a little bit more rock solid before anybody will take the case. So nothing you could do that way. And yeah, they're not going to do nothing about a surgery again. They're going to send her home with the infection in her spine. The MRI shows it's in her spine, it's in her pelvic bone, and it's also down her leg. It's just odd. What else is weird is, while I had the attorney on the phone, I wasn't planning on doing anything, because what happened to me happened a few years ago. I'm sure there's a statute of limitations on it. But I went to a Mongolian barbecue restaurant. You know, one of those all-you-could-eat restaurants. And I grabbed a plate full of food, because that's what I do. And in my spring roll, I had about a 3-inch long sewing needle that was burnt, like somebody took a lighter and burnt the needle and shoved it inside my spring roll. My meal was comped that night, definitely. But I asked the attorney, when things like that happen, like I went to Taco Bell and got a bean burrito here in Kissimmee, and it had a big chunk of glass inside my bean burrito. And the manager at Taco Bell gave me a free burrito out of it. And I said, is there a lot? I mean, I said, I don't want to hire you for something like this. It was years ago, nothing happened. But when you find stuff like that in your food, like a sewing needle or a piece of glass, or am I, because I travel all over the country and I eat so much food, am I supposed to contact an attorney right then? They said, no, that's not a lawsuit. They said you can contact the health something, and the restaurant will get fined. But unless you swallow the needle or swallow the piece of glass, there's nothing you can do. And the needle, yeah, I had it. I pulled it out of my mouth, and I go, what is, there's a sewing needle. Same with the piece of glass. I didn't swallow it, bit into it, and clunk. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a big chunk of glass. No damages or anything. It stopped me from eating Taco Bell. I don't eat Taco Bell no more, and I don't go to buffets anymore. But yeah, that's not a lawsuit neither. Laws are weird. You would think you could do something, like when the doctor told her that stuff, or like today they're sending her home, and they said no. And I said, well, what happens if she goes home and she dies? Because they're not doing the surgery, or they're just sending her home and not doing anything. And the attorney said, well, if it's standard common practice for hospitals in your area to send patients home like that, there's nothing, that's not illegal neither. So I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I got to leave. Stopped in, seen her. I got to head up to Minnesota. But first, I got to get back to the motorhome and see if I can drag the cat out of there. Hey, now the funness begins. The cat backpack is actually in my truck, so I'm not going to grab it and try and get the cat into the backpack. I'm actually thinking about picking the cat up and carrying her to the truck. I know I'm going to get clawed like crazy. She is not going to want to get back in the truck now, especially after being home for at least 3 hours. Definitely going to be enjoyable. Okay, I have to be nice to her at first. Give her some loving. Do I need to give you some loving first? Is that what you want? Get ready. You get ready. We're leaving. We're going to be leaving. I put her in the truck. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to. I'm kidding. It was worse than I thought it was going to be. But I got no blood or scratch marks. So that's decent. Let me shut this thing off. No need to have the AC going. That was it. That was my quick drive-by. Checked on my daughter. Checking here on cousin Eddie. Making sure it's okay and ready, because in just a few days, about 10 days, 15 days, I'll be out of my truck, back in this, and going on an adventure. A Halloween adventure. It's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, I'm pretty sure I shot more than enough video today in that long musical segment. If you guys stuck through that, kudos to you. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day and head out and continue on up to Minnesota. So until the next time, please remember to like, comment, share, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, do all the stuff you're supposed to do when you watch a YouTube video if you're new to the channel. If you've been subscribed to the channel, just do what you guys have kept on doing and been doing. because it helps. I love you all. I really do. I'm sorry about the kind of bummer video this is today. It's a hospital day. Just a hospital day. Peace, everybody.